Well, welcome to the Toyman's Bar&Grill, where it's going to be Toyman&Fishy chat night, where you can join us and talk about whatever you want. And we're here to have some fun tonight. It's been a while since I've been live on my channel because we've been going live on Fishy's channel to try and keep up her monetization. But for a change, we're doing this on my channel. So there we go. So today I went out and did a few things and did some errands, and then I came back home, and then I've got some reorganization going on around here. I got some people who has actually downsized their clothing apparel down to 6 bags that they're going to give away to homeless people. Downsizing.
Downsizing, huh?
Yes, downsizing.
Uh-huh.
And that's what we're doing. There's downsizing. Between the two of them, they got enough clothes for 100 people.
100 people.
No, I'm serious. They have clothes that no longer fit them, and clothes that they don't wear. Like, they've got more shit than I've got.
And you have a lot of shit.
They have 3 times as much shit as I got.
Obsessed with horrors here. Nice to see you.
So there you go. Obsessed with horror. What's going on? Good to see you.
I can't click it.
Can't click what?
You know me, I like highlighting people's comments. I can't click it.
Oh no, I can do that. I think. Okay, where's the oh, there it is. There's chat. Oh, there we go.
Have no controls.
There we go. There we go. Well, that'll change. Don't worry. We've got a few things in the works right now to get an online railroad store going. I'll be shipping down a few railroad items I have down to Fishy. She's going to start up an eBay store. Link to the website that we have. We're slowly getting things put into motion and getting things rolling. So
yeah, because I have my stickers and more stuff going too. Just gotta.
Now there is a fellow over there in Minnesota that has a bunch of railroad stuff. I'm gonna go and try and get down there as soon as I can, or send me pictures. Find out how much he wants for it, and then we'll put it on the website. So basically, is what we're going to be starting up is a used hobby shop.
Right. So that, or maybe
Yeah,
there might be some stuff that you might want to keep.
Yeah.
Or maybe Sparky would want.
There'll be stuff that I'll be able to fix up and add, but basically everything's going to be sold as is. So, but we're going to start a online model railroad store. So this is what we're going to do.
Which will be good because for you, those of you that don't know, I my first job is no more. They fired me. Remember?
Yeah, they basically let you go for no reason.
They let me go because I wasn't going to be an obedient servant.
Yeah. Definition of obedient servant, slave.
And I know it's not just me thinking that because I showed you what I was having to do compared to them. I showed my parents. I showed other people is what I'm trying to say. And got their opinion.
Oh yeah, Fishy has all kinds of pictures of what's been going on at this certain place.
Yep. I do.
Mama, 420 redneck. What's going on? Good to see
Wow,
you.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
It's been a while. How's Ken doing?
Yeah, how's Ken doing? He's still kicking over there?
Wow. And yes, and Fish and I are still going strong together.
Yes. Ha! Let's read them. Well, they may get some things coming at them because let's just say a lot of the members there don't know that this happened yet.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the ones that have my number are gonna be calling me, wondering what's up, and they're gonna get some. They're gonna get some stuff because
they're gonna.
I think they're gonna miss me. I think they're gonna hear a bit, and they're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, maybe we did something wrong."
And they'll be getting all these phone calls. Why are we getting all these hate phone calls? Because we're up to tough.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
The wrong people.
I should almost at this point I wouldn't. I almost feel like I should give like the number out and everybody can call.
Is that how you say that? Neos?
I think so. Hello, Neos. How are you?
Neos, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Good to see you.
Oh, Mama's way better.
Well, yeah, we know you're way better than Ken.
No, well, she was going through a lot of health stuff.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm glad everybody on Susan's and Ken's side is doing good. You know, so.
Oh, thanks. Obsessed with horror says, "I got your back, Fishy."
Yeah.
Yeah. So as Ron knows, I was a little bit in tears earlier, just because it feels a little. It doesn't feel good when somebody fires you for unjust reasons and for being mistreated at work. It's pros and cons. I'm glad not to be there to be mistreated anymore.
No, I know, but
But to be fired because I wasn't obedient enough, I mean, it just makes me think of my past with my ex and all that too. Anyway, and then of course that affects financially too. So, yeah. And I just moved. I do pay more rent now, so it's like,
That's all right. That's why we're setting everything up, doing the online store, starting to get that set up. We've already got a website set up for the stickers and T-shirts and whatever.
Yeah, it's in the process. It's almost done.
Yeah, I just have to integrate
touches on it.
Integrate that with the eBay store. We have ways to make money and to have ways to get things going, because basically it's what we're going to do is set up a used model railroad store where you buy used parts as long as they're in good condition, because if I have to repair things, I'll fix them all up and then we'll sell them. But we're not going to sell them at full price. It's just like, okay, they're used. I put X amount of dollars into the model to bring it back to its original state, and that's how we're going to recover the funds.
Well, see, Susan had 2 major surgeries between October and December.
Oh.
She's glad to be past those and be back to working again.
Well, I'm glad you passed those and back to work. And hello to Not a Great Gamer. What's going on? Good to see you, gamer. Oh, and K&D Scrapping is here.
Seems to me, unless he scrapped it already, he's got that fish you're supposed to get at some point, remember?
Yeah, we'll still get that fish, don't worry.
Unless it swam away.
As soon as I make my way down to Sarnia, so. Other than that, work's been going good. I'm back at my old job and back shunting trailers again. What I was doing before I had to go back out on the road when they decided that, well, we don't need a shunter at night anymore. Now that they're getting busy, oh yeah, we need that shunter back. Can you bring the same guy back that we had before? And of course, you know, when you have a really good rapport with the people that you worked with when you were first shunting, and they see you disappear, they bring in a different shunter, and they're like, "No, we want Ron back because Ron knows what he's doing." So they bring me back, offered me the job again. I said, "Well, yeah, of course I'll take that job again." You know, I'm good at what I do. I move the trailers around, pull a trailer up, put another trailer in, bang, it's there, it's done. Now the one thing they do like about it, they ask me questions. How much weight can we put on this trailer? And I'll tell them this is what the trailer is weighted for. Okay, don't go over that weight, but you need to balance out the load. So you need to move that load. And I know the guys are telling you to load trailers from the back forward, but you should be loading it forward backwards, like to the back of the trailer. But they're not truck drivers, so they don't know how weight works. So my recommendation to them was move it 3 feet forward because the trailer's got to be balanced.
Oh yeah.
You have to have equal weight on each axle. The trailer, and it's federal, and it's regulation. It's federal regulation. The trailers have to be balanced. You can't make a trailer basically like an anchor, ass end heavy. You start making a trailer ass end heavy, I don't care if it's summertime or not. As soon as it rains, and that truck goes out of control because it's ass end heavy because there's no weight on the drives, you have a major problem.
Oh,
It's called jackknife.
just know that I'm not going to go into details, but I can say that Mike is still alive and kicking because he did call me here recently. Wicked Insanity.
Oh yeah, Mikey. Yeah, Mikey's still around.
Yeah, so like I say, he's doing good. He's been staying busy. They've been keeping him busy and where he's at. I
yeah.
hadn't heard from him so long. I was concerned that I'd look up his, info and find out,
Well, he has access to a phone, but he has no access to the internet. So
Not easily.
yeah,
I think he can, but it's not like when he was back with his old
right.
PC and
No,
stuff.
no. So Wicked Insanity is still with us.
Yes. So thank you for asking, K&D. I figured if somebody asked, especially because I just heard from him recently, I would say, but like I say, out of respect, I'm not going to go into details, but he is doing really good. I can say that, and that's true. So I asked him to call you and Nora just before Christmas. Did he actually do it? I don't remember if he did around Christmas.
I'm not sure.
I think it's been a while since we've heard from him.
Yeah.
It's so long because there's been spells where I didn't hear from him because he's got things going on, but it was so long. I'm like,
Well, we all have things that life is going on and everything. So
I know he
Oh,
would.
but Wicked Insanity, Mikey, he's still kicking. He's still around.
Yeah, he's still good.
So
And hopefully, when Ron is able to come this way, maybe we'll have enough time to visit him because he's eager for a visit.
yeah.
And how are you doing there, K&D Scrapping? I mean, and anybody else in the chat, I do hope everybody's doing well because, I don't know, for me anyways, I've been, I don't know, just around a handful of people now that I know that have passed away just here locally. So it's just like, or not feeling very good or whatever. So
Yeah, well, it's all part of life. Here today, gone tomorrow, you know. That's how I look at it. Can't worry about it. You're going to die, you're going to die. You just live your life and live it to the fullest. And
well, you should try to kind of take care of yourself so maybe you can live a little longer.
well, yeah, you got to take care of yourself and you can live a little bit longer. But you know, it is what it is.
Yep.
So, our hands are in the hand of God, and God decides when it's time for us to go up there.
2 weeks after my surgery, K&D had surgery. You all right there, K&D? Recovering well from whatever that was, I hope.
Going on 3 weeks. What surgery?
He had a surgery apparently almost 3
Well,
weeks.
I've been out of the loop for so long because been trying to get things over here.
Yeah, well, me too. I didn't know he had surgery.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it went well, and I hope you're okay.
Here's what happens when you're not on YouTube for a while and you kind of take a break, and this what the next thing you know, what surgery? What's going on? What happened?
Well, you get caught up though.
Yeah, we all do.
In real life, stuff is
Yeah.
more important than entertaining virtual life. I mean, these are real people, but you
Yeah.
know what I mean. For any of us, taking care of real life stuff is more important, like him having a surgery, for example. Had all my ivory removed. Oh, your teeth? Must be teeth, right? No? Yeah?
Well, that's the only thing that's ivory, apparently. Is not unless some other part of his body is made out of ivory and be like, that's a strange person.
Well, there's different terms sometimes people use for different parts of the body, but I would say ivory usually would probably be teeth because that's like the teeth of, well, kind of the teeth, the tusks of a elephant.
Well,
you're going to be removing some ivory.
yeah, I'm going to be removing the rest of my top teeth so I can get some falsies. And yeah, because my bottom teeth are healthy. I just thought for some reason, well, it's because of the fight that I got into years ago, which actually damaged the nerve in the upper jaw. And fighting like crazy, trying to save everything in the upper jaw, but the dentists are like you're losing all your teeth in the upper. Well, yeah, because I got into a major fight and I had my jaw broken. There's a nerve center. He says, "Oh yeah," he says, "That'll do it." Says, yeah, I know. I'm losing all my teeth slowly in the top, but I still have. I only have 3 bottom teeth missing. I got the rest of them. And that's what's freaking everybody. You know, the dentist always says, your upper teeth are going bye bye, but your bottom teeth are still strong. I said, yeah, well, that's what happens when you get into a fight when you're in your teens and damage everything. And the next thing you know, it's like dominoes, right? It just keeps going down, down, down. So it happens. Yes, teeth. Dan says it's the teeth. All right. All right.
Fishy messages me out of nowhere when I go missing in action. Yep, I reach out. Where are ya? What you doing?
Well, we got to check on the people because we haven't, if Fishy does not hear from somebody for a while, she gets a little concerned. And so do the rest of us. Are you still here? Are you okay? Like, we care. Right, honey?
Yeah.
There we go. Next surgery is
Groin hernia.
oh damn.
I have a hernia, I think, but it's
All right, Dan.
umbilical hernia.
Stop picking up things that's 3 times your weight. Okay?
He's a scrapper. He probably has lifted up a few things.
Lift with your knees. Not with your groin. I know. I've caught myself not lifting things right. I'm like, what are you doing? You're going to bust a nut or are you going to end up with a hernia if you keep doing this? So it's just like, okay, lift the knees, straighten out the back, and do the proper thing. You know.
Well, even at that, though, people can still
But-
get them.
But do not lift anything that's over how much you weigh.
Ha ha ha, he says.
Fishy always makes my day. Fishy makes my day all the time too. I call her on the phone. We talk on the phone, and we have our private chats. We talk on the phone. We have our private chats.
Uh-huh. But virtual is kind of like old, though, you know?
I'll be flying Fishy over here.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Might go over there for a short visit.
Right now, the way things are at the border because of this trade war that's going on between Canada and the U.S., I'm just going to let things kind of settle down and slowly put my feelers out there and call. Basically, I'll probably I will be making a phone call to Homeland Security. What do I need to prepare for before I cross over into the States so I'm not surprised or accidentally getting arrested? The next thing you know, I find myself being shipped off to El Salvador. You know, so I gotta kind of protect myself, even though with this elbows up movement bullshit. Yeah, fuck off with that. I'm sorry. I'm done with all that fucking elbows up bullshit. When they were telling and urging all Canadians says don't buy anything that's made in America. Guess what I was doing? I was buying shit made in America because you know what? Americans did not piss me off. They did not.
MB7.
You know, like fuck off. I don't buy shit that's made in China. I don't. I go to the
Well,
grocery
you
store.
do. There's a lot of stuff from China, but I don't buy stuff that's food from China myself.
I don't buy food stuff that is made in Mexico either.
I will make an exception with that every once in a while.
If
but
I
never
see, garlic from the USA, it goes right from there into my grocery cart. Garlic from China? Yeah, I don't fucking think so.
But I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff around here that's made from China that you probably do have that's not food. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's called Model Railroad.
Your 3D printer might be too. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
But you see what I mean? It's hard not to nowadays because everything's made there.
No.
But food wise, I will not take the China stuff.
But I support my Canadian economy, and I support the American economy.
Yeah.
In this elbows up bullshit that the liberals wanted to do, fuck off.
I don't even know what that means. Elbows up.
That means we're boycotting all the American products. Only a few of you are doing it. The rest of us are not. So
Oh.
you want to act like an asshole, like a liberal asshole? Go fuck yourself. That's what pisses me off. So, anyways, I still buy American products. Go. So my last final word to the liberal government, Mark Carney, shove it up your ass. There we go.
Yeah, I work in the morning too, by the way.
Yeah, other words, fuck off.
I work in the morning in my new job.
You working in the morning?
Well, my only job now, but my new job, yes.
Yeah, she working in the morning. Well, it's only 8 o'clock where you are.
Oh yeah, I don't go to bed yet. I do have to go finish my planting here in a moment before the light goes away. But no, I'm just saying I'm not going to stay up till on here till 10 o'clock because I have things to do.
Well, no, we're only going to go for an hour and a half.
I'm just saying you can go as long as you want, but I will be taking little breaks because I'm going to finish my planting. I think I'm going to heat up some soup for supper. Yeah, stuff like that.
Now everybody knows that I've been printing off a Venator class starship from Star Wars. Say it like it is, Ron. Yeah, I say it like it is.
Some people don't like that, but some people are okay.
Yeah, when the people don't like it when I say it like it is, we classify them as snowflakes. Oh, did I hurt your feelings? That's too fucking bad.
Well, sometimes some people, I think the reason they say that when they come to a stream is because they hear all about the goofy politics, so they come here to get away from it, just to enjoy the night.
Well, I'm not saying anything good. I just don't agree with the elbows up bullshit. I'm just thinking to myself, and I'm watching all the people who are my age doing that. I'm thinking, are you people fucking stupid? Of course they were. They voted liberal. Yeah. You don't realize exactly what you just fucking done. But anyways. Fucking idiot.
All right. Well, you keep talking about that or 3D print. I'm going to go finish printing.
Unfortunately, Ontario has the most fucking idiots in the entire country who lives in Ontario.
I use the powder room first, though.
Okay. Fishy, you look good in purple. Fishy, yeah, damn right she looks good in purple. It's Fishy's color. She's purple. She's got a purple shirt. We need to get her some purple pants, purple socks. I got a funny feeling that's Fishy's favorite color is purple. Now, seeing as how I finished off my Star Wars starship, the one that I was printing off in black, the Venator class, and added all the red accents and everything. It's all done. So, the doors open on this one. Figured, well, I've already got the black Star Destroyer, so I figure, well, I might as well make a black one from the Clone Wars. And look at that! Look how sharp that looks. Doesn't that look good? Nice? Doesn't that look great?
Yeah. I see somebody likes me in purple. I do like purple. It's my favorite color. Blue and
There we
purple.
go. See?
I'm going to show them this now. What do y'all think this is for, huh?
Those are for potatoes.
And he only knows that because I told him right before the stream.
Exactly.
It's for root vegetables, basically. It doesn't have to be potatoes.
Yeah.
The thought is you fill it with soil. And then when it's ready or whatever, you just open the side and get your potatoes out. Or carrots or whatever. It's more so probably for potatoes, but yeah, I bought either 5 or 6 of these for $1 at that one discount store when I was in town.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. See, there's a bunch. So, yeah. Because I thought they were just general containers. Well, then I'm sure you can just use it for whatever.
Right.
But when I saw that, I'm like, oh, I'll save these and I'll try that. I'm going to grow me some potatoes then.
Yeah, so basically, here's the reason why I built the the Black Starship, from Star Wars, the Star Destroyer.
Well, I'll be right back. I'm going to finish my planting.
So basically, when I built the first one, this was the only color that I had. This is a shiny black. So now, basically, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do it in black, but I'm going to put red accents in here. My reason for doing that is I'm going to make 3 more of these.
Okay.
And then it's going to be accompanied by one of these.
I like the red ones. The red.
Yeah. So basically, what this is more or less like a space aircraft carrier. So we have our battle group right here, which is over here. We have 4 of these and one of these in the middle of the formation.
Ah.
So I'm going to make a battle group in this color. That's what I'm doing. And I'm a real big Star Wars fan, and everybody's going, well, why'd you print them off? To represent different battle groups for different regions of space.
All right, I'll be back.
But this turned out really, really nice. I really like that, the accents. Like, the red really sets it off. Now, this is supposed to be orange, yellow, but they didn't have any yellow, so I had to. It's called Fuzzy Peach, but it looks yellow. There you go, but it still looks good. And these are all the inserts. So the red's an insert. And then the Fuzzy Peach is an insert. These are all inserts that are going in. And then you print this piece off, which is supposed to be red, which is red. And then the inserts that go in the back of the wing. So, and this looks really good because there is a lot of detail to the thing when it comes out. Look, you can see the cannons on the side, the dual bridge, on this. This is a really nice. I really like this ship. Really nice looking. And the one thing about it, I can open up the doors. And we'll get these opened up. They do operate. So the next ones I'm going to do, I'm going to actually glue the doors open so that they're like that, and then actually have the little fighters actually coming out of, which will be on rods, of course, and have them coming out of the the Venator class aircraft carrier. Basically, is what it's classified as. So it carries this. It carries 3 different strike wings to it. So bingo. And of course, we put these along the side of it. And there we go. There's your Empire happening. This was during the Clone Wars, and then when the Empire came around, they did a series of these ships, different classes, different sizes. So we just put these together, and these are actually to scale. This is how they built this. They built this one next, which is a lot bigger. So, but I kind of like it. So I'm doing my major. I'm going to build 12 of these, and I'm building 12 of these. So I'm going to make different strike groups, different colors. And I know I'm going to get a lot of hate. Wait, you're not supposed to be that color. It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be this color. Okay. Here's another Venator class in the original color. That's how it looks. Put that back down. And then I'm going to make little dioramas out of the entire collection that I have. So there we go. I really like. I'm going to make more of these because I really like the black because that looks so freaking sharp. That really does. That looks really, really, really good. I just wait until I add some paint. So basically, what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some glow-in-the-dark paint, more or less like fluorescent paint, and start painting in the little details in here to make it look like it's lit right up and the light hits it a certain way. So seeing as how I can't do model railroad, I might as well do some 3D printing. And this is going to look really, really, really good. So, and these are all snapped together. So you build these off in sections and snap them all together. But I've been gluing the snap togethers together because I don't like the way see the movement? I don't like the movement because if I hang it up, it's going to look like it's warped. And so basically, I'll use some Gorilla Glue, snap it together, and hold on to it until it tightens up, and then bang, snap all the other parts together. Look at that. That's how look how much detail is in there. And there's no freaking layer lines. You can see see what I mean? This one I did not glue, but I can still take it apart and glue it, tighten it up, and I can always fill this line to make it look like one seam, like one basically hole. Sand it all down. So it's a lot of things I got to refine on the on the files that I've downloaded. So, and I got to give a lot of credit to Fab 365, who came up with this and how they really turn out and how good the download file is. Now, you cannot sell these. You know why? Because it's got his name printed right in here. So if you try to sell one of these, you're going to get caught. So basically, I'm printing off a bunch of these for my personal collection because I'm a really big Star Wars fan. And I would love to have 12 of these ships and 12 of these ships, but I'm going to print them all off in different colors to represent different battle groups. Oh, fuck, I love Star Wars, man. Star Wars is a great movie. I remember when I came out back in the 70s, I went to the big screen and saw it on the big screen and seen every movie on the big screen. Whereas when I saw the first one, I was stoned out of my fucking mind. Because what did we do back then? We smoked a couple of joints and we wouldn't watch the movie. We went, wow, look at that. I'm flying through space. So there you go. So I'm billing myself, like I said, 12 and 12. So I'll have 24 of these. 12 of these and 24 fucking Star Destroyers, basically. Cool. I like the looks of this ship. I really do. I'm glad I printed that off in black and then did the red inserts. That looks really sharp. This takes basically a day and a half to print on the Ender 3 V3 that I have on the printer. So I'm printing off more of these right now, but I'm printing off 3 parts at a time. So that way I can get everything printed out nicely. And gluing everything together by using Gorilla Glue. I mean, like I said, they snap together, but snap the glue in and snap it and hold it. So basically where the seams are, these are eventually will get filled in with putty to make it look like it's a seamless hull. That's what I'm trying. That's the look I'm going to be going for. As for these ones here, I want these doors to be operating and have some doors open, some doors closed, Now, if I can find out a way in order to modify this this file, where I can basically print it where it's hollow so far down where I can add the lights into it and drill into the side and add a little lights, that would be pretty cool too. But we'll have to see. This is something I'm going to need to work on. So, anyways, the back looks nice. Look at that. This back piece right here is a separate piece which clicks in. This is a separate piece right here, the bridge tower. These are 2 separate pieces. So we have that separate piece here, which clicks into this one, which clicks into that one, which clicks into this one. Okay. And then you have these, which so what's it do? It goes down through 2 sections. It marries the 2 sections together, so it stops it from going like this. And then we have this next piece, this section here, which clicks into there, and then we have this piece that's a separate section that glues in and stops it from doing one of these. And then the bridge portion of the tower overlaps the 2 different pieces in the back end, which stops everything from going like this. So the designer who designed this and did this quite well deserves a lot of credit Now you can buy these if you want. If you want to buy it, you can buy it. But this was a free file, and I downloaded. And I'm not going to be sharing this file with anybody else because I agreed not to share it out. So if you want to check out Fab 365, go check out Fab 365. He's got a lot of models that he prints off. There's a lot of models that he sells. If I was to buy, if I want the stand for this, I will print it off, but I have to buy the stand. The stand is like $6. Okay. You know how much it cost me to print this? Under $10. It's only this was $8 to print. This one's a little bit bigger. The total cost of material of printing on my end is $10. There you go. That's the one thing I like about the slicer that I have with the 3D printer. It tells me how much material I need, how much it weighs, and what the material cost is. So when I start designing buildings for HO scale model railroads and doing it, then I'll figure out the end scale. Once I start doing that, I'm gonna estimate how many hours does it take to print that, because you have to look at the hours. So basically, if you're gonna sell something from a 3D printer, you have to calculate how much material you're going to use, which it already does. What the material cost is, that's fine. How long did it take you to design that part? You have to factor that in. And how long did it take that printer to print it off? And you factor all that into the price. Now, there are a lot of HO scale model railroad buildings that are selling for $50, $60 to $100 fucking dollars. Already pre-built. I could probably do the same building and only cost $40. So, and this is what I'm getting into. This is why I'm printing all these off, like doing a lot of these, because I'm actually resizing these too as well. I'm trying to get to know my printer, trying to figure out the resizing programs. If I put one click on one hull and one click on the other hull, and then one click on here, sometimes it doesn't work out. So I got to figure this out, because I'm in the process of building a bigger Star Destroyer. This is a lot bigger, as you can see the size. So these are the two sections. This section and this section don't quite meet up right. See, there's. Let me see. You see, there's a little gap here. This should be even, so my finger should not be stopping here. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks up on this one, and I want 1, 2 clicks on this one, and it didn't quite work out. So this is what I'm learning. So I got to figure out how many clicks this is, how many clicks that is. Now, I did print this piece off here that goes in here, but here's the piece that's supposed to go in there, but it's a little too big. I went 1 too many clicks. See what I mean? So that's supposed to snap into those two slots. All right, you see that? And snap in here. So that's And then I printed off a piece here, which is actually too small. So I have to figure this out. So this is not a wasted material. This is basically a learning curve. So I stopped at what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out the rest of this and get things, because, these size third stories going, and I got the idea of we'll make a real big one. And put my printer to the max because it all gets built this way. It gets built standing up. So do a torture test basically. So something new. And it's a good thing that filament doesn't cost very much. It's only $20 per roll, so no big deal. You can get quite a few models out of a roll anyway. So if you have a few fails, I have a few fails. Sometimes it doesn't print out the way you want it. You got to make sure you keep your filament dry. I bought a storage container, and I bought a bunch of incandescent packages from Canadian Tire, threw them all in the storage area, plastic container, and threw all my filament in there. So, but I'm venturing out. This is all done with PLA. The next Star Destroyer, of course, this one here is done in PET G, and then PLA for the red inserts. So the next Star Destroyer, the three of them, I'm actually doing 3 at a time. It's all going to be PLA, and then I'll need to get some, not PLA, PET G, I should say. My bad. It's all being done in PET G because if you hang this in the sunlight or outside, whatever, it's not going to melt. You put this in the sunlight or anything, it's gonna melt. It's gonna warp and it's gonna look funny. So so. I've been busy creating cool looking stuff. Yeah. Hey, Sparky, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah. So yeah, I thought, well, I'll do a. Everybody seems to really like this. Now I did another one, and it's a little bit different. Because I ran out of material. And then when I got looking at this, it gave me the idea to come up with this version. Okay. So I had some gray, a PLA, and I printed off the bridge section first, which is two little pieces, which are basically these long things right here. This is the bridge section. So I printed these off first. And then I started printing off the rest of the hull and the engines. But then again, when it's time to print off the back of the ship and the bridge support, I ran out of the colors that I wanted, and I had to go from PLA to PET G, and this is how this turned out. Well, there's my other Venator class starship, but it's a little bit different underneath, as you can see. So I thought, well, if I'm going to print these off, I'm usually going to print these off in a solid color that matches the top. I should have printed this off black, but I didn't realize at the time what was happening. So, shit happens. But it still turned out good, and I really like this. So that's it turned out really good. And as you can see, we got the 4 turret laser cannons on either side. to protect the ship. There we go. I need to glue this back in. This was a pressure fit, but the pressure fit's no longer holding, so I have to glue it in. Some parts you have to glue in, some parts are pressure fit, but even though it's a pressure fit, I'm learning that, it doesn't always work. So you might as well just add a little bit of a Gorilla Glue. And then give it a few minutes before you put your next part in. And put the next part in. So this was the very first one that I printed off. This Venator glass Starship, this was the first one. This is my #1 print that I printed off. And then I printed off this one, which was my second one. And then I printed off my third one in black and red. So right now I'm on the Star Wars bandwagon because I'm going to be buying different colored PLA and printing these off in different ones to see which ones look the sharpest. And the ones that I like, I'm going to keep, and I'm going to write it all down, and then I'm going to be printing a bunch of these off. And then when it's time to do a giveaway, we just give these away. So there we go. Look at that. I should hang that right there. Oh, geez, that looks cool. Look at that. I still have to finish this one off here, because it's not quite finished. I still got to put the bridge and everything on that one. Now the other thing I'm going to do is resize this too, and I'm going to get this. Look at that. Oh, TIE Fighter. Everybody loves. Of course, I did resize it. If I would have kept this at the same size that it was supposed to be, it would take 36 hours to print this fucking thing up. This didn't take long because I shrunk it down. This took 8 hours, okay, or whatever, I forget. And then I shrunk it down even more, and I went even smaller. So I'm trying to figure things out. And I know Sparky wants, I need some barriers for my tanks, for my. Yeah, well, I haven't even gotten into the design program because I'm having problems with it, and I gave up on it for a while. I'm trying to figure other shit out. And Sparky wants, I want right now. I want yesterday. Too fucking bad. It ain't fucking happening. You want barriers for your oil tanks? Then go fucking buy them. Oh, a bunch of Abrams tanks for me. Yeah, okay. Oh, shit. All right. I'll tell you what. I already know where the file is. It's just that I just kind of got to figure out how to shrink it. Everything is in millimeters. I'm used to fucking inches. Even though I live in a country that's metric, we still use inches over here for certain shit. So I got to figure out how many millimeters is inches and shrink it down to HO scale and print off just to be a dick. And print off some fucking T-70 fucking 2 Russian tanks. There you go. There's your fucking Abrams. No, there is a file for Abrams tanks. There is a file for the Leopard 2 tanks. that we can build, and then there is a file for T72s and T90s and T80s.
I see Sparky's in the house.
Yeah, Sparky's in the house. How are you doing?
Did you say hi to him?
Yeah, I said hi to him. Wow, I just asked.
Oh, jeez.
Is Vader TIE Fighter one piece print? Yeah, it's a one piece. Yeah, that is a one piece print. Don't put it together.
Oh, that's Stu. I was wondering because it said Bunny, so it made me think of Stu. I was like, that's not Stu, but it is Stu.
Yeah, it's a one piece print. This is
I was
one
outside
piece.
planting.
Okay, so here's my first by downsizing it, and here's what happened. See what happened when I started taking the supports off? It snapped the wing off. And then I tried it again, and I can't get those supports off because it'll break the wing off. Now this one, for my third frickin' try, didn't turn out too bad. There we go. And then I tried it one more time, and for the fourth try, it turned out even better than the third one. So there we go. Yeah, it's all put in place. Basically, how the TIE Fighter gets printed, it stands up like this. It's on the bed, and it's printed this way, upwards. Now I am going to try to. I might reverse that because, like I said, this was printed standing up like this. I might lay it down and see how the supports are going to go underneath, too. But for right now, it got printed this way, and all the supports were here and here in order to accommodate. Now I don't like the way the support broke away from the back because now I have to stand that and tighten this up a little bit. I kind of don't like that. So I'll have to see what I can do about that. So, like I said, it's trial and error. There's some parts where you break off your support. There's a pointer out here, put the screwdriver through. You can see here where the screwdriver goes through. Right. There were supports in there to keep that shape. That needs to be tidied up. And then this section here needs to be tidied up a little bit, and over here as well. So it just needs to be carved out a little bit. So these are basically a one piece print in place, standing up. So the next time I do this model, I'm going to try and put it so it sits like this on the plate and put all the supports underneath, and we'll see how that turns out. Now, I did use tree supports on this one, which was a lot better than the original supports that I used on the smaller size, which didn't turn out good. So, like I said, you do have prints that fail. Now everybody will think this is the full size of this ship from Star Wars that I printed out. It's a failed print. It's not complete. Okay. There are certain sections that are missing. So basically, when you look at the front of this and you look at the this radar dish, that didn't print out right. It kind of got screwy. And then when it's supposed to have cannons underneath, like laser cannons, well, it didn't quite print them all out. This side, this side printed out okay. This side did not print out okay. And we printed this standing up like this, so it goes from the bottom and it comes up. Now, the file said no supports needed to print this, and that's what I went by. So when it was printing these sections here, as you can see the V sections here on either side, it printed those out. But when it came to time to do the same thing on the back side, something's missing. It didn't print this section out. So I shrunk the fucking thing down.
I'm making some tomato bisque, I think it's called. I'm heating it up. Soup.
Right. Okay. So here's the original size.
What's over his head?
I heard you. And here's the.
Oh, you're showing the different sizes.
Yeah, the real tiny size. Right there. So there's the two different ones. Remember in the very first Star Wars back in the 70s, when they showed the planet and they showed this ship flying over, and then they showed the Star Destroyer coming in behind it. This was the ship that they were attacking, and it eventually gets sucked up into here, right? So, and I do have the ships that actually get glued in, because I printed this off, just stick it in the stand like this underneath Star Destroyer. So I made a peg where I put this into a certain point, and then you glue it in, and that's where you see it sitting, is underneath the stand. See right here. You can take it out if you want. So you're gonna glue it in and go. There we go. That just goes to show that this is actually to scale, because I did scale it down and fit it up in there, and I thought, yeah, it just basically is supposed to take up most of the bay, but it just fits in the bay. So that is to scale. There it is, and here it is.
And hello to Crypto. Crypto's in the house.
Oh, Crypto, and here it is without the peg on it, and that's the scale. That fits up right inside the Star Destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I printed a bunch of these off. These things printed off in no time. It took 4 minutes. All right, 4 minutes for that. Crypto, good to see you. Buddy punks, like it. What the hell?
What?
I'm gonna butcher this fucking name up. My Fishy.
Who you got?
What's that say?
B5 Star Furry?
No, Bunny.
Oh, that's Stu.
What is that?
Did you not look at what he said earlier? Okay, go down. It says, "Hi, Ron. Stu here. This is my other channel, Cool 3D Ships." Look down the list. Look over there. If you pay attention to the chat, you'll figure out that Bunny.
You should have called it Bunny Kangaroo will kick your ass.
No, when I came back, I said that. It's like, oh, that's Stu. Bunny is Stu. I even said it. You don't pay attention very good.
Okay, Stu. Good to see you, man. I'm glad you're here.
Look, 1,
Well,
2, 3, 4, 5. 5 messages down from him. It says that it's Stu.
The guy is over 6 feet and he's built like a brick shit house and he's gonna call himself Bunny? Yeah, I don't fucking think so. Even the buff kangaroos fucking us do. Run!
Crypto said it's good to see both of us.
Oh, there we go. It's good to see you too, Crypto. Yeah. If a buff kangaroo ever came with Stu face to face, they would tuck tail and fucking run. I ain't fucking with this guy.
Oh, it said that's Rabbit's Dynamite.
Rapid dynamite.
That's what that name is, maybe for
Oh, okay.
cartoon, maybe Rabbit.
Roger
Bugs
Rabbit. I don't know.
Is it Bugs Bunny?
We never called him Bugs Bunny back in my day. We called him Buggered Up Bunny.
Oh,
What are you watching today? Well, we're gonna watch Buggered Up Bunny. What do you mean Buggered Up Bunny? You know what you mean? No, Bugs Bunny. No. We watch him because he buggers everything up. He's Buggered Up Bunny.
oh, you said bugger. I was thinking boogers.
Oh, Buggered Up Bunny. Bugger. Not boogers.
So weird to think of not working my other job Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I just gotta say I don't know if Sparky's still in the house, but he is. Yeah, that's what I thought. Is it Bunny Puke Osity or is it? I thought it was maybe Bunny. I thought because of the pH, I thought it was Bunny Fuck Osity.
It's a line from the Monty Python's movie. Oh, okay. There you go.
But do you see the pH? So I see bunny, and the pH makes the F noise. So it should be bunny fuckicity. Something like that.
You just swore. Really? You said fuckosity.
Yes, with a PH. I have a PhD.
Did you hear the words that came out of her mouth? She said fuckosity.
With a PH. And I was right. Bunny, see? Look what he said. Fishy got it.
You guys, there you go.
Because
Right.
he said pukosity, but I thought it can't be puke. There's a pH. pH makes the F noise. See, I was right. Bunny fuckosity. Got it?
Hello, fuckosity. What's going on?
I had to update you there, Sparky, because you probably weren't in the loopy loop, or was he in the loopy loop? That my first job.
No, he wasn't in the loopy loop, but I'm getting ready to. Okay, so I need that. So
My first job I had before I got my second job, were more and more for the last 5 months. They've been treating me like crap, and then they basically fired me 2 days ago because I wasn't being an obedient slave.
yeah, that's not right. You know, they're pieces of shit.
Oh, geez. He's trying to get me to say, he's trying to make me say, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Yep, that's what he said. See what he did?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck's sakes. Oh, okay, fuck.
Although there's no S, there's just for fuck. No, because of the X. Yep, there we go. Never mind.
Oh, hello for car. Okay, oh.
Yeah, chocolate bunnies. I got a couple for Easter after. I didn't eat them yet, but they're here.
Eat what?
Eat a chocolate bunny from Easter.
Oh. Not from China, is it? Hello. All right, I'm setting up the next print. The next print is I'm printing a very small part. I'm going to slice it out, of course. And let's see. It takes 5 minutes and 1 second. Material weight 0.2 grams. Material length 0.07 millimeters. The cost 0 cents. It's not costing me anything to print that. Click. There we go. Oh shit! That hurt. Yeah, so basically, I'm printing 3 parts for 3 Star Destroyers. I'm paying off. So I'm basically cloning 1 part into 3. So I'm cloning, I'm printing all these parts off, and then we'll see how things go. And I'm going to be making stands, and I've got an idea to make up some lights where I have attack scenes going on. I'm going to do a little. I'm going to be basically doing dioramas of Star Wars, and then shit like that. Grass cutter, what's going on? Palmer, good to see you, man. Lots of chocolates for Easter. There we go. Yeah. Hi, Toyman&Fishy and chat. There we go. And all right, I'll be back in a minute there, my love, honey. You take over because I have to go pee. Hello?
Okay, I was just listening to a voicemail, but okay.
Yeah, I have to go potty, so I'll be right back.
Do that, and then I'll finish listening because there's a couple people left messages. My phone isn't like, oh, I'm burning my soup. Hold on.
Okay, I'm going to mute my mic because we don't need to hear a stream on the stream, right?
No. No, we don't. A stream with a stream. And hello to Grass Cutter. Good to see you. It's morning where you're at, Stu. Nice. It's definitely nighttime here. I won't be able to be on here for too much longer because I do work in the morning. I work in the morning, so I'd like to be in bed within the next hour so I get enough sleep, which means I need to be off here sooner than that so I can get ready for bed and try to go to bed within an hour. Can't go to bed in an hour because it'll be longer than that before I go to bed, if that makes sense. Go to sleep. And then while you guys were all watching him with those 3D prints, I was planting some plants outside. I planted, there's some like really cutesy little yellow, they look like pears, but they're like little tiny yellow cherry tomatoes. Super sweet. They're like candy. So I did 2 plants of that, and I put them in pots because of where I'm living right now. I didn't want to put anything. I'm pretty sure I probably could have put them in the earth in the front, but I figured just in case something comes up and I move or he changes his mind about something about the landscape in the front, we'll be able to move them around. So they're just in pots. Anyway, so little yellow cherry tomatoes are in like a pear shape. And then I also have two, actually, it's more like 6 plants. I just put 3 in each pot of cucumber plants. Also, strawberry plants. I have 6 strawberry plants I planted. And what else do I have out there? Oh, peppers. Like these little mini, like, they're bell peppers, but they're like small ones. Maybe they're not called bell peppers because they're smaller, but they're sweet. I know usually you get them in the store and they're a variety of colors. So I got 2 of those because I like those and hey, get them fresh off the plant. And now that I know I have these bags here, they're really cool for growing potatoes. I'm going to get some more soil and I'm going to grow some potatoes. Oh, geez, 3 in the morning, Crypto. Wow. I'll show you the bag. Some of you saw it, some of you didn't. I show you. I have 6 of these. I got 6 of these for $1 whole. They're fabric planters. And I thought they were just general planters. I didn't even know how big they were. And when I took it out today to maybe put some of the plants in it, for one, I was like, I don't have that much dirt right now. But then I was like, wait a minute. There's something Velcro-y going on here. See, this pulls back. I think you're supposed to attach it like that, maybe. See? What's it for, you say? It's for growing root vegetables like potatoes. So the thought is you leave it like this. You leave it shut. You plant it, right? Put the dirt in. And then at the end of the season, or maybe it's so you can check if there's potatoes, I don't know. Then you undo this and you harvest the potatoes. I don't know if that's any easier than just taking the whole plant out, but hey, we will try it out this year and I can let you know. I'm going to go to the, I don't know if they're open tomorrow. Anyways, sooner than later this week, I'm going to go to the seed house and I would like to see if they have any more Yukon Golds. They usually sell pretty fast. I didn't even look for them because I wasn't even going to consider growing potatoes because that's an earth thing. But I thought after this, I'm like, I should grow some potatoes. So that is what I'm going to do, and I will let you know how it works out. You say it's 3 in the morning. You're making me tired.
All right, I'm back.
That's good.
Yeah, my camera don't seem to want to be working. I'm gonna have to unplug it and plug it back in order to. I don't know what it is with this camera. Every once in a while, it doesn't want to work.
It doesn't like you.
Well, it's the Logitech. It's the.
Is it the same one I have?
No, not the same one you got. But for some reason, this camera doesn't seem to. It works and then it doesn't want to work. I don't know what's going on with it.
I'm gonna go get my soup.
So I'm gonna have to unplug it, and plug it back in, see what happens, and see if it works.
Okay.
It happens every once in a while. I don't have that problem with the other cameras that I got. The one that I sent you, I don't have that problem because that's the one that's got the flapper on it.
That sounds kind of funny. A flapper.
Yeah, this was the.
I know.
HD camera, but for some reason, lately it's been acting up. So I don't know if the camera's on its way out, or what's going on with it?
Is Sparky still in the house? I wonder.
So, yeah, and Sparky, I did leave him a message, but he never called me back. So,
A message for what?
well, I was going to talk to him more about what's going on in August in order to fly you down
Oh, yeah.
and do the dining car, but I want a little bit more information.
Yeah, you need more info, and I obviously got to make
Get
sure.
that paid for because if you can come down, then just, do.
Well, I have to make sure I have that. Make sure I get the okay from my person.
Yeah,
So you get more info, and I'll see if I can
that's
get the
why we got to
okay.
find out exactly what it is, the info, how much dinero he needs, and you know.
Well, like I say, I believe. Well, you can talk to him to confirm, but from what I understand, if you want the whole experience, which includes the eating on the train, like he wants, he's all excited about to do all the things. It's $170 to do all the things. If you don't want to eat on a train and you just want to do some of the things, then it was like $70. If you don't want to eat and ride the train. Yeah. And then I don't even know, was it somewhere else? Like, would we have to stay somewhere else, or is it local?
Oh, it's only in Toronto, it's local.
Okay. Because he had like a places for people to stay and stuff. Yeah, that info is in the video. Yeah, which I watched.
All right.
Yeah, it's either 70 or 170, and but you still gotta get a hold of Sparky either way. So.
All right. Let's see. Unplug the camera. Plug the camera back in.
Yeah, you do that. I'm gonna go get my soup.
And oh, there we go. That works. Hooray! Oh, I just farted.
You farted?
Yeah, I tooted. You know.
You.
Yeah, it's like you. This ain't smell-o-vision.
That's good.
All right, so that piece is done. Let's see, what's this one? Open that up and have a look. Is that the part that I need? No, I already printed that part off, so I don't need that part. All right, cancel that one. Left engine, right engine. Left engine. Okay. Put that on there.
Yeah, it would be local for him. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's not local, obviously for me or any Americans, but since I know people there, I'm sure I can figure out somewhere to stay. Okay. Make sure it smells okay.
3 and 3. There we go. Put that over there. Bring that down.
What are you doing?
Put that into my long printing off 3 left engines.
Sir farts a lot. Yep, he kind of.
So, yeah, surf hurts a lot. Oh, all right. Yeah.
That's you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Mr. Surf Hurts a lot. Yeah. Gets to the point where I fart and all of a sudden I shit myself. Oh, almost. But not quite.
That's kind of cool. Apparently, Grass Cutter sent chocolate to Crypto. Yummy.
My build plates. And I'm just waiting for it to. It's slicing.
Mr. Stinky.
So I'm printing off 3 left side engines, which takes a bit. It's a big file, so basically I cloned it.
Yeah.
So I told it I want 3 of them. So it takes a little bit to generate the decode. One thing I figured out, it tells me when the
Oh, does it?
goes out, so I clear it out on the computer and what I'm doing on the USB stick. Because the USB stick only has so much memory, right? So then you have to clear the models out of there. So when you clear it out on your computer, it goes over there. Because don't forget, this is all via Wi-Fi. So the printer is not hooked up to the computer. The only way it's hooked up to the computer is a Wi-Fi. So it sends it a signal, which transfers it into the USB stick, and then everything else goes from there. The one thing I like about doing it on the computer is it allows me to position each part into a certain area on the build plate. And that's how it's going to print out.
Oh.
So, because I don't want the printing head interfering with the other parts that it's printing off, especially if there are different heights. So I need to spread them out. So I'm learning how to spread things out. Got 2 in the back, 1 in the front, and there, one's here, one's over this way, and the other one's over the other way. So one's on the left, one's on the right, one's in the center. So I'm printing off 3 parts of the left side engines of the Venator class Starship. Now, when it comes to the other parts, which get bigger, if I had a bigger printer, then I'd be able to do all the parts on the bigger printer. But since I've got the smaller one, I can only do so much. With
I'm having tomato bisque soup and no crypto. I have not really grown pumpkins. I've grown more like squash at times, not pumpkins. This is a cheese.
All right, cheers, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good night. Ross Carter says it is 4C here in Scotland. Babe, it's freaking cold. Let's see, what's the temperature here? Of course, seeing as how I live in Canada, but I'm so used to Fahrenheit, so I just got my thing in Fahrenheit. It is with the wind chill. Okay, so it's 47 degrees Fahrenheit with the wind chill. It feels like 42. We'll just click that over to Celsius for a few minutes. So here, I'll do the conversion.
I'm gonna listen to my voicemails again.
All right, so it's 8 degrees Celsius with the wind chill. It's 6 degrees Celsius. There we go. And when they did the the transition between Celsius and well, metric and imperial. I was in school at that time when everything was starting to happen. But I'm more used to the imperial than I am to the metric system. So there you go. And we drive on the right side of the road. The people in Scotland and the UK drive on the wrong side of the fucking road. Oh, in Australia too. So there you go. Wouldn't that screw you up, honey? If you went to the UK or into Australia and hopped in the car and you find out the steering wheel is not on the side that you're used to, occasionally it gets to 5 degrees Celsius here in Brisbane. Oh, okay. Aha, Toyman. It's not my fault that you guys over there drive on the wrong side of the fucking road. It's what it is. And I figured out why they drive on that side of the road, because the driver is over here being protected. The driver in the oncoming traffic is over there being protected, but the passengers end up colliding with each other. So we got to make sure the driver is safe, but the passenger, oh well, it sucks to be them because they're going to be dead. Here in Canada and the U.S., the driver and the driver of the oncoming traffic are on the same side, basically. So if we get in an accident, the driver's dead and the passenger is safe. And that's why we have a lot of bad drivers. There you go. Wouldn't that freak somebody out? You take your North American car over and you go over to England and you're driving by and you stop at a light and you roll down the window. Hey, how's it going? You're like, they see the steering wheel on the wrong side of the car. Right side drive, left hand drive, you know.
I just went through all my voicemails.
Oh, you just went through all your voicemail? Okay.
Like I said, I was going to do that, so I wasn't ignoring you. I was going through that. I muted so you didn't have to hear it all.
Toyman has never thought that through.
Oh.
Thought what through?
What side of the road you drive on?
My mom is from England, so she drives on the wrong side of the road, and she had to figure out how to drive on the right side of the road over here when she came to Canada. and my family is from the UK, so they came over here. Let's see, my dad's family came over here before World War I happened, and then my mom's family came over here. Well, actually, my dad met my mom, and then she came over here after World War II was over. So, so basically, my background is from. I have a UK background, so that's where my family came from. Is from the UK. So my mom never lost her English accent either. She always had that. And the phrases that she came up with, and I'm just like looking at her. I'm like, what did you just say? She would call us a bunch of, oh yeah, ruffians or hooligans. You're running around with all those hooligans. We're going to get you in trouble. Or what was the other thing that when I had to give her some? Oh yeah, give us it here, give us it there. And I was like, I'm thinking, what the hell is give us it? Do I know one thing? You piss my mama off, she, she is going to hand you your ass. That's the one thing I saw my mom in action and actually got into an argument with somebody. And I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I am never going to piss my mother off again after what I just saw. It's just like, holy smokes! It's like guns a blazing. Don't piss off an English woman. I do not eat. Like, wow, she just went face shit on this person. That's like, I'm like, that's my mom. Right on. Uh, I can remember somebody, and I was 10 years old and pissed off my dad. And I never seen my dad go like that before in my whole life. And I was just like stunned. I was just like, my dad just went ballistic on this guy. And this guy was 3 times his size of my dad. My dad was 6'2", skinny as fucking rail. He could hide behind the telephone pole and fucking disappear. But my dad went through World War II, so and this guy was 3 times his size. I never seen my dad so quick put somebody on the ground so fucking fast. It's like it's I to myself, I am not pissing my dad off anymore. Not after what I just saw. My dad will literally will throw you on the ground and hand you your ass. And I thought about it, and when I was 15 years old, I asked Dad. I said, "Look, I have a question to ask you." He said, when I was 10 years old, he said, "Yeah, this guy who is 3 times your size," he's going, "Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about," pissed you off, and he put him on the ground as if it was nothing. I looked at him and said, "How the hell did you do that?" He says, "Well," he says, "I was in the army and I was trained to kill." Enough said. Enough said. He was in the army trained to kill. Enough said. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I hit my dad once. I put my dad on the ground once, and then once he got down and on the ground, he got back up. I fucking ran for my life, and I never returned home for 3 days because I was scared he was going to kill me. Because he said to me, "The day you can put me down, it's the day you're going to run for your life." But when I got back home, he looked at me. He says, "Yeah, you put me down, didn't you?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "He says now you're a man." That's what he said to me. Now you're the man. You're a man. You put me down. You put me in my place, pretty much as a father. Well, that cool. I'll go along with that one. So I was always scared of my dad when I was a kid because I wasn't sure what was going to happen because he got so freaking mad and everything. It's just like, no, I don't want to do anything to piss this guy off, you know. Until you get to a certain age where he had enough, and he just, fuck you, and you wind up and fucking drill him and put him on the ground, and he gets back up, and you're just like, that's all you got, and you got. That's it. I'm out of here. I'm gone. See ya. Bye bye. My dad was 6'3", taller. I ever realized I got to know my dad as a died when I was young. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. I have a lot of respect for my father. Now,
Sounds like he was hard man though.
well, he was from the military. I respect my dad because he was in the military and he fought in the Second World War. Now, as a father, sometimes he was an asshole, but I still respected him and I still loved him. The other times he was a good dad, but other times he was basically an asshole. Now, I know I'm the only one who witnesses this out of my three brothers, but I witnessed them treating my mom very, very terrible, and I intervened and I said to him, "You're an asshole. You don't treat my mom like this," and he was disrespecting my mom, and I stood up for my mother. And ever since then, when I stood up for my mother in front of him, he treated my mother differently. Because he did, and he did come from a hard life, too. Very hard life. Him and his sister were brought into the world, and basically, when they were very young, the parents died, so now they're orphaned. So now they're basically got to fend for themselves and type of thing, and made it through. But he had a hard life too. So it's not all fucking we're on fucking easy street like we are today. So yeah, my dad was a good man until he started disrespecting my mother, and I stood up to him. And then after that, he started treating my mother with a lot of respect, and that changed. And I changed something in that man, even though I was scared shitless. You know, I don't like fighting, but I'll fight if I have to. But if I can talk my way out of the fight, I'll talk my. My dad always said to me, and I don't know why he told me it takes a bigger man to walk away from a fight than it is to fight. But meanwhile, he's the one who's fighting.
He's a little man, I guess.
So,
No, I know you have respect for your dad, but I know
A lot
from
of
what you
respect
talked
for my
about,
dad.
he
I
wasn't
have a
always the
lot of
nicest.
respect for him.
He wasn't always the nicest man, though. It sounded like, even to his deathbed. But he's respected.
No, he was not the nicest man in the world, but I do have a lot of respect for him because he fought for the freedoms of this country.
Yeah, and he was your dad either way.
Yeah, exactly. And yes, there are times he acted like an asshole and a tyrant, and
As long as you didn't take on that stuff, we'll be okay.
oh, I act like an asshole and a tyrant every once in a while. But
Well, at least you admit it.
yeah, exactly. I can be a tyrant and an asshole if I want to be, but I don't want to be. It's just like, like, okay, think about what you're doing. I say to people, think about what you are doing. You got a brain, fucking use it.
Think about it, or the
You
people in
know,
your life can swim away,
so yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Or
And I've ran
consequences.
into a lot of people when I said, think about what you're doing. They're going, well, I don't give a shit what you think. I'm going to do it anyways. They're going to say, that's fine. Then you're going to spend the rest of your life in jail. See you later. Don't call me anymore. I ain't your fucking friend because I don't want nothing to do with you because I don't want to live that kind of a lifestyle. Sorry. Um, Basically, fuck off. I got into trouble with the law when I was younger, and I never got in trouble with the law after that because I learned my lesson very quickly. I'm thinking to myself, oh, geez, I was really going to jail. Oh, God, thank you, Judge, for putting me on probation. And, I'd disagree. Sorry, I'm going, yes, Judge, I don't want to see you in my courtroom ever again. You won't.
And
I was
that's
scared
why.
shitless because I thought I was going to fucking jail.
Well, that's good though that they let you do that because then you'll learn. Because if somebody kept
Well, I can tell you what, that
they keep
straightened.
comforting you, then you'll never learn. And that I've seen that example in life, as
Yeah,
you know, where if
yeah,
you keep rescuing them or somebody keeps rescuing somebody,
yeah.
they'll never learn
That
ever.
that straightened me out real quick because my dad, and this is what my dad said to me, and I thought, you're an asshole. You're not going to help me. You got yourself into it. You get yourself out of it, and I got myself out of it.
Well, that's a good principle to remember for people
Yeah,
around you. So
you get
somebody
yourself
around
into it.
you,
You get yourself out of it.
if somebody around you
Yeah.
gets back in again, you need to
Oh yeah.
leave them, let them learn.
Yeah. Oh, I learned my lesson very fucking quickly. It's just like, yeah, this is no life for me. And I'm looking at the rest of my friends. I'm like, and they're bragging about, oh, I'm going to jail. Yeah, I get to work out and have. I'm thinking to myself, are you losing your freedom? I'm like, you're. Um, I started distancing myself from these kind of people. I'm like, yeah, fuck off. No, this ain't no life for me. I love my freedom. I learned at a very young age, and I learned that very quickly. Yeah, this ain't this. Yeah, you may think you're cool because you're going to. Oh, I'm cool. I'm going to jail. Look at me. I'm a real big. No, anybody who goes to jail is stupid, and you're an idiot.
Every once in a while, they do throw innocent people in jail, and that's not cool. But the ones that are guilty, yeah,
No,
they're just idiots. So.
but if you're bragging about, oh, I'm going to go to jail. I'm going to go work out at the gym and get my muscle up. Like, yeah, you're stupid. You're an idiot, and you know, um, you're a dumbass. See ya. Because when somebody brags about going to jail, they're going to be in and out of jail the rest of their fucking lives. They're a career fucking criminal.
Yep.
And you're a career fucking dumbass. Sorry.
Some of them have people that keep getting them.
Well, I shouldn't say sorry. Sorry, you're a dumbass. No. You're a dumbass completely. Not sorry for you. You deserve what you get. You want to live that kind of a life? You are a complete idiot.
That's why people keep repeating you shouldn't bail them out. They never ever learn.
I'm not bailing nobody out ever again. I'm done with
I'm
that.
talking about anybody, not just you.
Yeah.
I'm just talking in general. That
Uh-huh.
I guess I'd said you, but anybody. Don't bail people out if they keep repeating.
Strike 3, you're out. Strike 2, you're out.
Strike 2 should have been out, yeah.
Yeah, strike 2, you're out. Strike 3 comes around again. There ain't no strike 3. It's just like you're out of here. See ya. Bye.
And then Crypto's wondering if you still play drums.
Yep, I still play drums. I'm trying to make room in my small little sardine can of an apartment. Trying to figure things out. Yeah, I still play drums. Right now, my drums are packed away and stuff because I really have a small place. It's not really all that big.
When you're not the only one that lives there, so that makes it
Yeah,
small.
there's 3 of us that live here, so basically we're in a studio apartment, 2 bedrooms and living room, kitchen, basically into one room.
Yeah.
So it's a roof over our heads.
Yeah.
So
And it's a just for now thing.
yeah, it's just for now until we get things rolling, um, going on. Trying to get businesses set up, get things going.
Gee, is Sparky still in here? Maybe he's got a spare bed.
So everything takes time. So we're trying to figure out things. Fishy's trying to get her business going. I'm trying to expand on the business that she's trying to do by getting in the model railroad. There is
Don't
a
forget
fellow.
to give credit to Sparky. Sparky's a part of the.
Sparky's part of it. So there's 3 of us doing it. There is a fellow that has model railroad stuff that he wants to sell. I want to have a look at it, see what he wants, and see if it's worth for me to resell as a used. Because that's the one thing I've noticed. There's no used model railroad stores. It's all brand new stuff, and a lot of people don't because things are going up. And if I start up a used model railroad, and if it can be salvaged and repaired and sold at a decent price, I'm not going to sit there and gouge people. I'm going to figure out how long did it repair me? What did I use for materials? All that, do $2 or $3 markup on it. So you got to start somewhere. Have you started to rebuild my railroad right now is in storage?
Yeah.
So as of right now, with all what I got, I got a lot of stuff that I can sell and repurpose into other stuff. So
Yeah, sadly, I'm thinking Ron won't have his railroad up for a while.
well, I can always start a small one, but anyways.
That's what you did the last place.
I really don't. I really don't have the room for it. So
I don't think you'd enjoy it though. A smaller one than the last time. I don't think you'd like it. Last one was a small one versus what you used to have. Remember?
Well, yeah, the last one the recent one that I was building, yeah, that's a little bit smaller than the one I used to have.
Yeah. I have a feeling you probably won't build it until you're more stationed where you're going to be for a while.
I already know where I'm going.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think you're going to build anything until you're somewhere where you can build it and not have to worry about moving.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to have to do a lot of things. I have to get in touch with who and find out do you know what in order to get it shipped over to where.
You know what?
because I don't like what's happening over here, and I'm leaving. You know who?
And yeah, and hopefully you're leaving for other reasons too, not just escaping.
No, I'm leaving for other reasons. Hello. I'm looking right at you.
Oh, sure you are. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have an online wedding. There you go.
And then he turns the camera off. Why'd you turn the camera off?
Hang on, the camera's screwed up again. Just a minute.
Oh, I thought you shut it off to hide when you said that. I don't know.
No,
Which was just kind of funny.
I'm gonna. Already found out where all. Already found the boxes that. Well, I should say the one box that's got all the different cameras in it. I think I'm gonna pull one of those. I don't know. Like I said, I've been having problems with this thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I'm not sure if this camera's on its way out or what's going on. So just hang on. I'm gonna unplug it, plug it back in.
Crypto says, "Ah, you two are too cute." That's when we were looking at each other.
Oh, you know what? I love Fishy very much. Her and I, we have a lot in common. A very lot in common. All right, let's see. Click. Oh, there we go. So,
And this fishy's gonna have to go here shortly. Okay. I mean, you can keep going, but I'm just saying I gotta go because I won't work.
oh yeah, you gotta work in the morning. You getting tired, huh?
I'm looking at the time too. I gotta get up. I'm gonna get up at like 6.
Oh yeah, it's 9:36 here time. So yeah. All right, I think we're gonna call it. Fishy's getting tired, so
Well, it's up to you. Like I said, if you want to keep going, you want.
no, no, no. I said we'll go as long as you want to. Remember?
Oh,
So when it's time to go, it's time to go.
sounds like when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Well, yeah. When you gotta have a crap, you gotta have a crap. No, there's no hole in it. It's turtles doing one of these in and out, in and out.
Oh, the turtley.
You know, the turtley pops his head in, pops his head out. You know, I got a turtle happening out on my backside. Let's go. Come on.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. Fishy looks tired.
Yeah,
I
Fishy
am.
looks very
I am tired. It's been a long day, and I
All
already
right,
know.
Stu, everybody, crypto. I can't name everybody, but her Charles I can scroll back. Candy, Sparky,
Sparky.
MB7. Not
Sparky.
a great gamer. Not a
Sparky.
great gamer, and
I think not a
Mama
great
Redneck.
gamer is gone.
Excuse me. Thank you all for tuning in. Obsession with horror and everything. Like, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch everybody later. Fishy's got to go to bed, and we need some alone time. So, you know.
Yeah, because I got to go to bed here shortly.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next stream. Stay tuned because the next stream will be on Go Fish Office.
No doubt about it. Ron is all class, says Stu.
Yeah. I just got insulted.
I'm Australian.
All right, everybody. Catch you all later. We'll see you. Oh, did I really say that? Catch you all later? Damn. See, I'm an American already. Fuck's sakes. All right.
Y'all. Bye,
Y'all.
y'all.
Bye,
That's a southern,
y'all.
that's a
Y'all later.
southern thing,
See
actually.
y'all.
That's a
Okay.
southern state thing. Not even for Minnesota, really.
Right.
Doesn't mean that we don't ever say it here, but it's usually a southern thing.
Okay.
It is.
We'll catch everybody later. See ya. Bye bye.